Oh, good morning, lovelies. Zoe Tudor's here with some more Pokemon Go goodness for you. And today, 3 Go Fests have been announced. Like, what? What is going on? There it is. Hello. Good. But first, we've got a bit of packing to do, so let's get into it. So first, we'll be in Chicago in June for Go Fest, back again in Chicago, then Dortmund in July, and then an unannounced Asian location for probably August. My bet is on Japan, let's be honest. Like, as much as I'd love it to be Australia or somewhere new, probably Japan. Let's jump into the dates, let's jump into the pictures, and let's get into some speculation as well. Okay, so here is what we're looking at in terms of dates for the Go Fests. From the 13th to the 16th of June, so 4 days, in Chicago, we're going to be seeing Go Fest USA version. So this one's already got like a promotional image going with it, so we're going to speculate pretty hard on that in a second. But we're going to be going back to Grant Park. So this was the first location of the first ever Go Fest. I pretty much can't argue with it, catastrophic in some terms, Pokemon Go Fest, the first one. So last year was in Lincoln Park in Chicago. This time we're going back to Grant Park. So I haven't seen this park before really. We drove past it briefly when I was in Chicago last year, but I don't really know what the park looks like at all. So keen to see it for the first time. Again, I assume I'll be going at the moment, like regardless either way. If I'm not, sponsored in some way to get there or partnered with Niantic, I will save up them coins and make my way over there. I don't know yet if there is going to be some sort of Summer Tour Squad Part 2 this year in terms of, hashtag sponsored. So I'll find out and I'll let you know when I know. But if we jump over onto the website for the Go Fest Chicago, we have a bit of a scroll down here as well. There's kind of part of the header image there. And, the ticket prices here, $25. I'm going to guess US dollars because last year when I bought them, again, I think it was $25, but I had to convert it to Australian dollars. So it was a little bit more when I got my ticket last year. Grant Park there, 4 different days, wonderful. As it says here in the terms and conditions, you can only purchase tickets for one of the days. I believe it's on the Dortmund version of the site. It does say you can purchase up to 4 tickets, but they wouldn't be for yourself. It would be, say, if you're buying as a family. So, parents and 2 kids or 4 friends or whatever combination of 4 humans you want. I believe you'll be able to purchase up to 4 tickets. Don't quote me on that, but 1 per individual, and only, you can't have multiple days essentially. Here as well, they're kind of confirming that special research is going to be back, which is pretty sweet. Photo ops, which is great. Hopefully more of those really amazing sceneries and landscape setup. Team lounges, which is kind of standard now with Go Fest and even some of the safari zones. And yeah, shaping up to be another spicy Go Fest event. I'm excited to be back in the States, see all you lovely faces of the lovely USA squad. Let me jump in here and speculate mildly on special research. I've seen a lot of people posting about, maybe Jirachi will be the special research, like what Celebi was last year. However, I don't know, I'm sure you've seen a lot of other people's videos already, or even just, in things online before this was even a thing. Jirachi kind of more lines up in my mind with the Tetebana Festival in Japan. That does coincidentally happen on the same, on the last day of the Dortmund Go Fest is the same day when the Tetebana Festival starts in Japan. Is that going to be a whole separate thing? Will there be any sort of correlation? Will we get Jirachi for one of the Go Fests? I don't know. Hello, William. How are you? By the way, they're settling in pretty okay for the new house. I more feel and this is just a feel thing, and I know that they're not mythicals. I always say that they're mythicals, but they're legendaries. But the legendary lake trio, Uxie, Mesprit, and Azelf, the 3 of them would line up pretty good with having 3 Go Fests if one dropped at each of them. So if the first one was, maybe I should do some research and see what their themes are. Maybe they line up really well with Dortmund, Chicago, and somewhere else. But if the 3 lake legendaries lined up for the 3 Go Fests, that kind of suits it more to have, special research going over a full month for each, because you might pick up the quest at Go Fest, or, you can't go to Go Fest, but you still get the special research worldwide to have the time to kind of work on it before the next special research and the next one if there was 3. That's just my little theory and speculation. Let's jump into the promotional image as well now for the Chicago Go Fest. So if we zoom all the way, let's just have a nice little look at it overall first. Clearly we can see Mamoswine and Swinubs there, a shiny potential, and looks like they're standing in a icy type biome. Last year at GoFest there was a pretty lovely like ice themed area, heaps of snowy Castform, heaps of Snorunt. Got my shiny there, happy days. In the middle there, Hippodon's, you know, pre-evolution form there, so probably safe to say it's going to drop at GoFest Chicago. Turtwig in the front, which will not be shiny by the time that this happens if it's following the Comday formula. We should be seeing that by the end of the year if it does keep alternating, you know, starter, non-starter for Comdays. Ralts there could potentially be the Comday Pokemon for, no, what are we up to? April we've got Bagon. May we will probably have Torchic if it's following the right formula. June we don't know, and it will be the week before GoFest. So could be Ralts, and then it's just gonna be more Ralts at GoFest, or it could be something entirely different. So potentially could be the worldwide shiny as Ralts. Haunter up there looking spooky as heck, and in the background, we'll start getting some zooming in. In the background we can see Horsey playing around in the fountain. So Turtwig and Ralts sitting in the flowers here as well. So I'm feeling that the biome theme so far might be ice with the Mamoswine. Oh, please don't jump on the camera, mate. Ice with the Mamoswine theme. We've got the floral. It looks a bit more floral than like what the jungle theme was last year. In the back there, Horsey playing with the water. I don't think there was like a water biome. There was a lot of water spawns like just kind of spawning as we walked along the track at GoFest. Lots of like Wailmer at each end and things like that. Lots of Shelter at each end, but there wasn't like a setup of a water theme. Water biome would be amazing. Shiny Horsey would be pretty amazing as well. So here's what Shiny Horsey in its evolutions look like. Maybe that'd be an alright one. Who knows? Maybe that might be the worldwide shiny that lines up with GoFest Chicago. If we zoom in here as well, we can see unknown exclamation mark. So again, probably a pretty decent thing to speculate. There's going to be unknowns and unknown exclamation mark. And then way in the back, up in the tree here, we can see here Pachirisu, the Canadian, North American, and I think right at the top of Russia, you can get Pachirisu. Nice regional Pokemon. It's one of the ones that I really wanted to go and get my own, like actually go to Alaska or go to Northern Canada and get my own one. I don't think it's gonna line up to, you know, I don't think it's feasible to like fly into Anchorage the week before GoFest and get my Pachirisu there. I really wanted to get it legit, but it looks like it's gonna be the special regional that's out of place for GoFest. I'm gonna put in my speculations now. The biomes or the themes I think are gonna be ice, some sort of like flower theme, maybe like a floral garden kind of setup, water, and then maybe something ghost. Maybe that's why Haunter is there. Maybe there'll be something spooky set up as well, like a ghost biome, or, you know, the physical like setup where you could go take AR photos and just kind of like hang out in like the jungle and the volcano. That would be cool. After that, we'll be looking at the 4th to the 7th of July, so 4 days again for the Dortmund Safaris. Oh, sorry, GoFest. I'm gonna have to try and like get that in the right way. The Dortmund Pokemon GoFest. So 4 days at Westfalen Park. I'm psyched. This is gonna be my first time in Europe. Like, again, I'm making it happen. I'm gonna make sure I can get to all of these, no matter what I have to do to get to these GoFests. Finally get to meet the lovely European squad, because you guys have been supporting so hard since day one. So I hope to see you guys across the 4 days there at the GoFest in Dortmund. I hope to actually basically bribe Reversal into letting me stay on his couch. I don't know, I'll pay him in Tim Tams maybe. I don't know, it doesn't really eat much chocolate. But hopefully stay a bit longer in Europe and save a bit of money on like hotels and Airbnbs. I can kind of like use that as a base and see a bit more of you guys, visit you guys, meet you guys, hang out, do some raids, trades, all that good stuff. But 4 days in Germany for the second GoFest. Again, this park is enormous. I'm really excited to see what they can make in terms of the biomes and the team lounges and things like that for this one. No promo image specifically for the Dortmund GoFest yet, so I'm sure they're going to save that till a bit later, so we're not just like already knowing what it's going to be or speculating what the shiny might be or what the regional might be. So I'm kind of glad that we have got time to kind of keep them separate and give them their own like hype that they need. And then another unannounced 2019 summer GoFest in the Asia region. So honestly, I'm gonna put my bet money, slap it down now. I don't know what it is. I'm gonna guess Japan, like straight up. Like they, get out of here, was there a fly? Like Japan invented Pokemon and they haven't had an event this year, like for like, besides, you know, they're the sponsored events and things like that, but they haven't had a Safari Zone or a Go Fest. My money's on Japan. If it isn't, I'll eat something that's not a hat because I already need to eat a hat about the Bagon Com Day, so yeah. A lot of people, like, as well, speculating hard that it's going to be Australia. I don't think it's going to be Australia, especially because they said in the thing, summer. It is not summer in Australia during these months. It's Northern Hemisphere summer, and I don't think they would have put that in their branding. Like, it's the whole theme of the summer events is that it is summer. You're not going to need sunscreen in Australia during like August, September. So yeah, fingers crossed we do get a Safari Zone or something by the end of the year in Australia, but my money is on Japan. I suppose back up to that, if it wasn't Japan, Taiwan, because they've clearly facilitated 2 really healthy Safari Zones so far, so yeah. It would kind of line up as well with what we had last year. So August last year was the Yokosuka Safari Zone. It would make sense for maybe a Yokosuka or Yokohama Go Fest. They have the space, they have the infrastructure, and it'd be pretty close to like Pikachu outbreak time as well. So even if it wasn't at the same time, it would line up pretty nicely for like tourism if you're visiting the area for both. And lastly, we have got 4 new dates for Com Days throughout the year, which is fantastic. I love having these things in advance. I can plan my life, you can plan your life. And hopefully this kind of continues rolling forward. I know it's probably not always possible, and it's a benefit of having, like, them having to lock in these 3 Go Fests means they would have had to have locked in their, you know, at least 4 monthly plan for the Com Days to go around it. So May 19th, June the 8th, July 21st and August 3rd are going to be our Com Days, and wonderfully that we see in there as well, alternating Saturdays and Sundays. They haven't announced the times for these, but I imagine it's going to be sticking to the 3 to 6 p.m. time slot unless, you know, we get further information about that. But fantastic news for those of you who've been crying out for Sunday Com Days. These are alternating Saturday, Sundays, so magic. So yeah, guys, let me know in the comments down below. Are you going to be trying to go to one of these Go Fests? Are you already booking accommodation, even if you don't know if you're going to get a ticket yet? What have you been doing? You've got air flights locked in. Are you going to come to the meetups, even if you can't, you know, get to the Go Fests? What is your plan? Are you excited? Are you stoked for the Com Days to know that we have dates locked in? What are your theories for what we're going to have as the Com Day Pokemon? Again, most likely May is probably going to be Torchic, something else, and then July probably Mudkip if they follow the starter on-off kind of theme. So what are your guesses for June and August for the Com Day Pokemon? Let me know all that good stuff in the comments down below. Also, any theories on what, like, you know, Gen 4 Pokemon they might drop at the other 2 Go Fests? Shinies do you think might be out? What theme biomes? Anything you want to speculate about? Anything that you think might be like, huh, my marketing hat is on and tight and squeezing my brain. This would be a great idea. Chuck it in there. Let's get some good theories rolling. And I hope that I can meet so many of you lovelies at as many of these events as I can across, you know, the next coming months. Regardless of whether or not I get sponsored, if there is even something happening, again, I don't know, but regardless of whether or not there is, you know, some sort of something getting me to these events, I'll be there, I'll make it happen, we'll do whatever we need to do, I'll sell my left foot if we have to. But I want to be there and hang out with you guys and meet you guys and just have some good old Pokemon Go fun. Maybe even try some Com Days in different countries too. So, you know, make your case, sell your country. Why should I come to yours after Dortmund? After Dortmund Go Fest, why should I come to your country for Com Day? Sell it to me. I want to see as much as I can while I'm wherever I am. So yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful morning, noon, night, whatever time it is for you, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.